Some of the world's deadliest hunters can vanish into thin air, right before your eyes. No spells, no science fiction, just nature at its most mind-blowing. From underwater ghosts to forest phantoms, these creatures don't just hide, they disappear. You're about to witness the real-world invisibility cloak in action. And by the end of this video, you'll never trust your own eyes again. Number 10. Leaf insect, the walking plant. In the jungles of Southeast Asia, something strange lives among the trees. Something that is a leaf, but isn't. It's not green by coincidence. It's not shaped like that by accident. This insect has evolved over millions of years to look exactly like the plants it feeds on. And it's so convincing that even trained scientists often miss it. From the moment it hatches, its body mimics the color, veins, shape, and even decay spots of real leaves. Some even have edges that look like they've been chewed on by caterpillars. When the wind blows, it sways gently, perfectly in sync with nearby foliage, making it almost impossible to detect. Even birds and lizards pass it by, fooled by its natural disguise. But here's the kicker. It doesn't just hide, it walks. And as it walks, its legs mimic the fluttering of leaves in the wind. You're watching an insect, but your brain tells you it's a leaf. That's the brilliance of this creature. It's not hiding in the shadows. It's hiding in plain sight, as the shadows. It doesn't run from danger. It becomes invisible to it. Number 9. Pygmy seahorse, coral's secret guest. Imagine spending your entire life on a coral fan and blending in so perfectly that no one even knows you're there. That's the life of the pygmy seahorse, one of the smallest and most perfectly camouflaged creatures in the world. Measuring under an inch long, these tiny animals live exclusively on specific species of coral, like the pink Muracella sea fan. And here's the twist. They don't just match the color, they match the texture, the bumps, and even the direction of the coral's growth. It's like looking at a puzzle piece that never left the box. For decades, scientists didn't even realize these animals existed. They were discovered only when someone brought the coral into a lab and noticed that the coral bump had eyes. These seahorses are born to a single coral and never leave it, spending their entire lives hiding in its branches. When threatened, they don't swim away. They freeze, trusting their evolutionary camouflage to protect them. And it works. They're so invisible that their predators rarely even get a glimpse. It's not just survival, it's perfection, scaled down to the tiniest, most delicate level. Number 8. Dead leaf mantis, predator in disguise. At first glance, it looks like something the wind has dropped. A crumpled brown leaf resting in the underbrush, lifeless, harmless, maybe months old. But take a closer look, and that dead leaf blinks. The dead leaf mantis is one of the most deceptive predators on Earth. Its body is jagged, uneven, and colored like aged leaf matter, complete with fake veins and darkened patches that mimic rot. But this isn't about defense. This mantis isn't hiding from danger. It's hiding for it. While its prey thinks it's just part of the forest floor, the mantis waits in complete stillness. Then, with lightning speed, it strikes, catching insects in a snap. Unlike many camouflaged animals, the dead leaf mantis weaponizes invisibility for ambush. Its disguise is so complete that even humans struggle to spot it in leaf litter. It blends with such eerie precision down to the broken leaf edges of its wings that photos often require circles just to show it was there. When still, it's art. When hunting, it's horror. Nature doesn't always reward strength. Sometimes, the ultimate predator is the one you never see coming. Number 7. Glasswing butterfly, the ghost with wings. In a world of bright, bold butterflies that dance through jungles like walking rainbows, the glasswing butterfly is something entirely different. At first, it seems like nothing at all, a shimmer in the corner of your eye, a flicker of light. Its wings are not colorful. They're clear, like panes of glass, edged only in soft brown or black. The center is completely transparent, allowing the light and color of its background to pass straight through. It's as if the butterfly itself is made of air. This evolutionary miracle allows it to disappear among the flowers, even while flying in plain daylight. Birds pass by, confused by its absence. Predators struggle to focus. Even scientists have difficulty tracking it in the wild. But despite its ghostly appearance, it is real, it is delicate, and it is completely alive. Its invisibility is not a weakness. It is its greatest strength. It glides through Central America like a shadow stitched from sunlight, a reminder that true power sometimes lies not in presence, but in absence. Number 6. Ghost pipefish, the coral phantom. Hovering upside down near coral reefs, the ghost pipefish barely registers as a living creature. Its body is elongated and delicate, with feathery fins that mimic the arms of soft corals or crinoids. Its snout is long and tube-like, making it resemble floating sea debris or plant matter. Found in the warm tropical waters of the Indo-Pacific, this fish doesn't flee or fight. It hides in plain sight, with an elegance that almost seems intentional. It positions itself vertically, drifting with the current, often among organisms that look nearly identical to it. Even experienced divers with sharp eyes often miss it unless it moves, and even then, they second-guess what they saw. The ghost pipefish comes in different colors to match its surroundings: red, white, yellow, or transparent. It's not just hiding from predators, it's hiding while pregnant, as females carry their fertilized eggs in modified fins that double as camouflage. Its life growing invisibly, unseen by the very world that surrounds it. In the vast ocean, where being noticed means being eaten, this fish survives by being mistaken for nothing. Number 5. Oruroplatus gecko, the bark illusionist. Imagine walking through the rainforest in Madagascar, brushing your hand against a tree, and never realizing that the bark blinked. That's how perfect the camouflage of the Oruroplatus gecko is. This flat-tailed gecko has skin that mimics tree bark with uncanny precision. We're talking ridges like old wood, lichens like moss, and even fungal spots that look like natural decay. But it doesn't stop at color or texture. When the gecko presses its body flat against the tree, flaps of skin along its sides fold out to eliminate all shadows, erasing any hint of depth. It doesn't just blend in, it becomes two-dimensional, like part of the scenery. Even predators with infrared vision struggle to distinguish it from the trunk it rests on. Researchers have walked past dozens of them without noticing. When disturbed, it simply stays still, trusting its thousand-year disguise to protect it. The forest is its costume. The silence is its shield, and to the untrained eye, it's simply not there. What's most haunting is this: you may have already seen one, and your brain refused to believe it. Number 4. Glass frog, the transparent spirit. High in the misty cloud forests of Central and South America, beneath dripping leaves and moonlight mist, lives a frog that you can see through. The glass frog is only a few centimeters long, with luminous green skin that helps it blend into the canopy. But the magic lies underneath. Its belly is completely transparent, revealing its internal organs: liver, digestive tract, and even its beating heart. At night, it rests on leaves with a green back that makes it disappear from above. From below, The clear belly makes it nearly invisible against the leaves. Light passes through it, refracting in just the right way to confuse even birds and snakes. And when it stays still, it's practically untouchable. For scientists, even finding one requires patience, silence, and often infrared technology. The glass frog doesn't use color to blend in. It uses absence. It's a ghost of the forest canopy, fragile yet brilliant. A creature that hides by revealing everything. A reminder that sometimes what's most visible is what we never notice. Number 3. Glass catfish, the skeleton swimmer. Deep in the clear rivers of Southeast Asia swims a fish that doesn't reflect light, doesn't show color, and barely casts a shadow. The glass catfish is one of the few creatures whose body is so transparent. It looks like a moving skeleton. You can see its spinal cord, its tiny fluttering organs, and even blood flow if you get close enough. But in its natural habitat, this fish becomes almost invisible. It swims in schools where each fish vanishes into the shimmering water, becoming one with the flow. Sunlight bends around it. Predators looking for movement find only a ripple. Humans looking into tanks often believe the fish has disappeared entirely. Its entire survival strategy relies on this illusion. But unlike many creatures that grow transparent temporarily, the glass catfish is born clear and stays that way for life. It is a permanent ghost in fresh water, drifting between reality and reflection. You can't fight what you can't see, and in this case, you can't eat it either. Number 2. Mimic octopus, the master of disguise. Beneath the shallow, muddy waters of Indonesia, the mimic octopus performs a magic act every time it moves. One moment, it's a flatfish, then a sea snake, then a venomous lionfish, all within seconds. This octopus doesn't just hide, it transforms. Using color-changing skin cells called chromatophores, it alters its entire appearance at will. But more than that, it copies the body language of other species to deceive predators and prey. If it senses a crab nearby, it slithers like a venomous snake. If it feels threatened from above, it flattens and glides like a flounder. It's the only creature known to impersonate multiple species for survival. And yet, its normal state is just as elusive, blending with sand, coral, or debris. It's not just invisible, it's anyone it wants to be. The mimic octopus teaches us something deeply unsettling. The most dangerous creature in the sea isn't the biggest or the fastest. It's the one you never notice, because it could be anything or nothing at all. Number 1. Transparent, immortal jellyfish, the invisibility of time. In the darkest parts of the ocean drifts something that defies not only sight, but time. The immortal jellyfish, Turritopsis dohrnii, is smaller than a thumbnail and nearly impossible to spot. Its body is 95% water, with a thin, clear bell that barely refracts light. In the water, it vanishes like a ripple. No color, no glow, no mass to grasp. But that's only half the story. When injured, sick, or aging, this jellyfish reverts its cells to a younger state, essentially resetting its life. It is the only known animal that can reverse its aging process indefinitely. Scientists call it biologically immortal, but nature calls it invisible. Its stealth isn't just visual, it's existential. It lives without being noticed, dies without being mourned, and returns without anyone realizing it was ever gone. It's the perfect creature, invisible to predators, immune to age, a living ghost that never has to die. Now you know the truth. Invisibility isn't science fiction. It's survival. In forests, jungles, rivers, and oceans, life has evolved not to be faster or stronger, but to be unseen. These creatures don't roar, they don't chase, they disappear. They've mastered silence, stillness, and illusion. And in a world where being seen can mean being killed, that's the ultimate advantage. So next time you look at a rock, a leaf, or a ripple in water, look again. Because you might not be alone. The most powerful creatures aren't the ones that dominate. They're the ones that slip through the cracks, unseen, untouched, and unforgettable. Which of these invisible animals amazed you the most? Drop a comment. Subscribe if your eyes were fooled. And remember, the scariest thing in nature is what you can't see.